Eric Dane has died at the age of 53. The news was confirmed by People magazine and other major outlets nearly 1 year after Dane publicly revealed that he had been diagnosed with ALS. His passing marks the loss of an actor whose presence shaped some of television's most defining moments of the past 2 decades. For many, Eric Dane will always be remembered as Dr. Mark Sloan, McSteamy, on Grey's Anatomy, but reducing his career to a nickname misses the larger story. Eric Dane was more than a heartthrob. He was an actor who evolved. Born in San Francisco in 1972, Dane found his way into acting through theater before transitioning into television roles in the 1990s. Early appearances on series like Saved by the Bell, Charmed, and The Wonder Years showed glimpses of what he could become: charismatic, grounded, capable of intensity beneath surface charm. But it was in 2006 that everything changed. When Dane joined Grey's Anatomy, the show was already a phenomenon. Yet his arrival as Mark Sloan shifted its chemistry: confident, flawed, magnetic. He was introduced as a complication, a catalyst in relationships that were already fragile. McSteamy quickly became one of the show's defining characters, but what made the performance resonate wasn't just swagger, it was vulnerability. Over time, Dane layered Mark Sloan with emotional depth: regret, fatherhood, loyalty, self doubt. The character's evolution mirrored the maturation of the series itself. Television audiences watched him transform from a charming antagonist into a fully realized emotional anchor. After leaving Grey's Anatomy, Dane continued to take risks. In HBO's Euphoria, he stepped into an entirely different kind of role: Cal Jacobs, a deeply conflicted father navigating secrecy, repression, and personal collapse. It was a darker, more complex character than anything he had played before. That performance proved something important. Eric Dane was not trapped by his past roles. He could inhabit uncomfortable spaces, he could portray moral ambiguity, he could expose the cracks in characters who seemed outwardly powerful. His work in Euphoria introduced him to a new generation, one that may never have seen Grey's Anatomy at its peak but immediately recognized his gravitas. Then, in 2025, Dane revealed that he had been diagnosed with ALS. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis is a devastating neurodegenerative disease that progressively weakens muscles and impairs physical function. In speaking publicly about his diagnosis, Dane demonstrated a quiet strength that mirrored his on screen presence. He did not dramatize it, he acknowledged it. The year that followed was filled with both hope and uncertainty. Fans rallied around him, colleagues offered support, and through it all, Dane remained present in interviews, in public, and in spirit. His death at 53 feels painfully early. ALS is merciless. It strips away mobility but leaves awareness intact. It forces families into roles they never anticipated. It compresses time. And yet, even in illness, Dane's legacy remained intact. He leaves behind more than iconic characters. He leaves behind performances that captured complicated masculinity, strength without simplicity, confidence layered with insecurity. He portrayed men who were flawed but human. He also leaves behind a cultural imprint. The early 2000s television era was shaped by ensemble dramas, emotionally driven storytelling, and characters audiences felt intimately connected to. Eric Dane was central to that moment. From Seattle Grace Hospital to the suburban unease of Euphoria, he moved across genres with ease: romantic drama, psychological tension, character study. He adapted. Tributes from fellow actors and fans have focused on his generosity, his humor, and his presence. He was described not just as talented, but as kind. Not just charismatic, but thoughtful. That distinction matters. Hollywood often celebrates spectacle. Eric Dane built his career on substance. His passing closes a chapter in television history that many grew up with. He was part of a generation of actors who bridged the transition from network dominance to streaming prestige, from primetime romance to raw cable realism. Eric Dane has died at 53, but the characters he brought to life remain in syndication, in streaming libraries, in memory. Mark Sloan will continue to walk hospital halls. Cal Jacobs will continue to wrestle with identity. Scenes that once aired weekly now live on indefinitely, and in that way, his work continues. The loss feels heavy because his presence felt steady. Eric Dane was not fleeting. He was foundational, and his absence will be felt by those who watched him grow, evolve, and reveal deeper layers across a career that deserved far more time. He may be gone at 53, but the impact he made on television and on the audiences who followed him endures.